Agreed. Greetings and salutations.
The universe is just doomed. 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 Doomed.
Welcome back.
It's us, Nicole.
And Tessa.
And?
I don't know.
Liana is here as I don't know.
As I
It's me.
don't know.
Because we're talking about Spaceballs,
Oh.
1987.
It's the closest we're ever going to get, y'all.
Yeah.
The closest we're ever going to get.
A parody is all you get. Sorry.
Just like Gillette. It's the best of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Continuing April Fool's Month.
Yes. We needed
a whole movie full of fools.
so much foolery.
So much. Who's even the lead fool? Hard to say.
Hard to say.
So we've only done what? Young Frankenstein is the only other Mel Brooks we've done.
Yes.
But I feel like those two both, though, I watched
Oh, a lot.
quite a bit.
A lot. It's like kind of, well, no, it's not even really a tie. I've seen Young Frankenstein like
More.
hundreds of thousands of times.
That's a lot of time.
It is a lot of
Yeah.
times. I'm watching it right now.
Oh my God, you guys! Inside of her glasses, she has a little screen. Just plays Young
It's
Frankenstein.
in my robot eye.
Yes. Why do I sound echoey? Do I
don't
sound
know.
echoey to you?
No,
No. Maybe it's just my headphones.
could be.
And once again, I don't really have any pre-show stuff to talk about. I don't
No,
think.
nothing till later.
Yeah.
No.
We got a message later on, and that's it. So we got a long cast here.
Yes, we do. We have my husband's favorite actor, Bill Pullman, which is the inside joke because his
'cause
favorite
it's-
actor is actually Bill Paxton.
But we used to get the names confused when we were children.
right,
I still do.
Yeah.
as Lone Star, and apparently at first it was supposed to be Jimmy Caan,
Oh, really?
and then when that didn't happen because it was during some addiction problems that he was having, so he wasn't. And then they also considered Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, and Tom Berenger.
All Toms.
All Toms.
That's
And
gotta
when
be
the
a
Toms
Tom.
didn't work out, Bill's filled the bill.
Filled the bill. Well, he did a great job.
He sure
I love
did.
him as Lone Star.
He sure did.
Mel Brooks himself, of course.
Yes.
As both President Scroob and Yogurt.
And then when I went to write it down, I was like, the way that it was written was like Scroob, and it's an anagram of Brooks. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's just reversed.
Yeah.
Anagram.
Anagram.
That's different.
Come on. You're
That's
trying to make it
different.
smarter than it is.
Then we have John Candy as Barf.
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
And I guess
Call
Rick
him
Moranis
a
suggested
dog?
him. A dog?
A dog?
A
No, he's a
morg.
morg.
He's a
A
morg.
morg.
And I guess, yeah, Rick Moranis suggested him for the role.
Perfect. Perfect casting.
Daphne Zuniga as Princess Vespa.
And she's great. She doesn't do a ton of comedy stuff, but she did
She's
really
pretty
well
funny.
in this.
She's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I laugh at her.
I like
Absolutely.
I laugh at her.
her. I like her.
I used to do that.
He knows. I guess they weren't going to have her sing it, and she insisted.
And then she did
And it
that.
ended up being, yeah.
That's
and it
funny.
ended up
It's
being the
best.
correct choice.
she's a bass.
Obviously. I know. She's a bass.
Dick Van Patten as King Roland.
I always think of that Wayne's World joke. Joan Rivers as Dot Matrix.
George. Oh, I can't read my own writing.
Wyner.
Yeah, Wyner as Colonel Saunders.
Rick Moranis as Lord Dark Helmet.
Michael Winslow as the radar tech.
Ronnie Graham as the Minister.
John Hurt as himself.
Jim J. Bullock as Prince Valium.
I loved Jim J.
Jim
Bullock
J.
Yes.
Bullock.
because of what was the series? Oh God, where the guy was the cow comic and he had the two daughters.
Yeah.
And the cow puppet, and he
Yeah.
was their downstairs neighbor. Oh God, damn it!
Leanna's on it.
I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm
Jim
coming.
J.
Leanna, we're
Bullock,
on it.
80s, and then because he did Hollywood Squares a ton.
That's right.
And I loved Hollywood Squares, and he was really funny on that.
Okay, maybe that is, or Gravlin. I might have said Graham when I meant to say Gravlin for Ronnie Graham, but I don't know. I can't be reading my own writing here. Leslie Beavis as Commander at Zircon.
Beavis.
Maybe it's Bevis. There's no A.
Oh, okay. And then I just have Dom DeLuise as Pizza the Hutt's voice.
I have Rudy DeLuca as Vinny.
Oh, that was the robot guy.
Right. Jeff McGregor as Snotty, and Sandy Helberg as Dr. Irving's Schlotkin, the plastic surgeon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, was it too close for comfort?
Yes,
Yes.
too close for comfort.
Yes.
That's exactly what it was.
Yes, it sure
That's exactly
was.
what it was.
I loved that show.
Yes.
They need to now, instead of growing pains between perfect strangers,
Right,
and
that's what they
whatever,
should put.
throw on some too
Oh,
close for
that's the
comfort.
next
That's
one.
what they
That's the next
should
one we're watching.
put. And did you know that there was a novelization of Spaceballs written by R.L. Stein?
What?
Oh.
That's what I just said.
Written by R.L. Stein.
Yes.
I need to get this.
Right. I need to get my hands on that. No shit.
Pronto.
I'm going to order it right now.
She's like already over there on her phone. I'll be getting this.
I'll be having that.
So yes, if you didn't
me.
know, we actually, I know, have at least one listener who said they've never seen Spaceballs. I can't imagine growing up in the era we grew up in and not
missing
having seen it
Spaceballs?
a billion
What a
times.
sad, deprived listener.
I know. I
Oh,
know.
no, I'm
You should
so
watch
sad
it
for you.
immediately. Have they
So-
watched it since then?
No. So if you don't know, it's a parody of Star Wars.
Yes.
So all of these things should sound familiar.
Right.
if you
And George
haven't seen it
Lucas
before.
loved it.
And did they not have a deal though that he couldn't do merchandise, and that was like the joke of
I don't know if that was the thing. I guess
because they didn't make merchandise. I don't
No,
think.
they didn't. I'm sure that probably had something to do with it, but I didn't read anything about that. But that
Okay.
just that George Lucas loved it, and he lent them like use of like industrial light
Oh,
magic
nice.
or something to make the effects,
Very
like
cool.
the space ships and shit.
Super cool.
So that was cool.
So yeah, we start with much as Star Wars starts,
This long scroll,
which I am not gonna. I did
No,
not write
I
down
did
the
not.
entire thing. But once upon a time warp. ... It basically explains that there's a race of people on a planet, planet Spaceball, and they're
Yes.
called the Spaceballs. And as far
Yes.
as I can tell, it's just because they wear those helmets.
I know. I don't.
They're just
They don't
humans.
have like they're not packing a gigantic nutsack in their pants.
And only the workers
That would've
wear
been
those.
funny.
The president doesn't wear a Spaceball
Nope.
helmet, and the colonel doesn't wear one.
nope.
So only the assholes wear them.
They only get the assholes to wear 'em.
But so you find out that they're going to steal air. They've used up all their air, so
Right.
they're going to steal the air from Planet Druidia.
Yep.
And
In order to
then-
save their planet.
and that it's going to be Princess Vespa's wedding. So they're trying to get down there and kidnap her so
They're
that.
going to kidnap her and hold her for ransom for the combination to the airlock
And then this hilarious, like, full 2-minute pan
of this
down
ship.
the longest spaceship you've
was like, oh,
ever seen.
It's still going.
I'm like,
It's
oh, I don't have to
still
take any
going.
notes.
No,
Nope.
right? I'm just watching this shit. Whoa.
It looks like so many different things put together. I feel like there was tanks stuck in there.
Right,
There was like
it was
all
just-
kinds of stuff.
Right.
And
It
then at
just
the
keeps
back,
going.
we break for nobody.
Yes.
And Dark Helmet. So you go inside the ship. Dark Helmet enters because
Those
they tell
spandex
him
pants.
with the little leather diaper or whatever.
I can't even breathe in this thing.
So hilarious. I can't imagine Dark Helmet being anyone but Rick
No,
Moranis.
absolutely not.
He's the perfect everything
He's
for
the
this
perfect
role.
everything, period.
And then was it me or does he not have like a little leather?
Dick and balls? Yes.
Yes.
Dick and ball
Yes, he
tie.
does. Yes, he
he
does.
do.
That was intentional.
Gotcha.
Intentional.
But the little diaper thing he's giving like
it looks like a shower cap that he put leg holes in.
Poochie. Poochie.
It's Poochie.
Your butt is Poochie boy.
Ooh, you got that Poochie butt.
But yeah, so they call him in because they're approaching Druidia. So they call
Right.
him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to call President Scroob," and the other guy's like, "Oh, I already did that."
You went over my helmet.
And he puts on his ring, which he can't even get on over that glove. It's just like barely on the
his
tip.
fingertip.
And he shoots him, laser shoots him right
Right.
in the wiener.
Right in his balls.
And it doesn't kill him or anything. They
No,
drag
it
him
just
away.
hurts.
But and everybody blocks their balls.
Right,
Every time
every
he's
time
mad, everybody blocks their crotch.
balls. And I do love the little butt cheek plates on the
Oh, on the
Spaceballs.
back of their outfits.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite part. Oh, like it's almost my favorite part of
We
the
don't want to
movie.
get shot in the butt.
I know. Well, instead of that,
No.
those are the Spaceballs.
On the back,
You need some cheek armor.
cheek balls.
Well, it's a meaty place. So yeah, he wants to go look at the radar, and he goes up to this machine thinking that's what it is, but no, that's Mr.
It's
Coffee.
clearly labeled Mr. Coffee. But then it's like it shows all this stuff, like it's doing all this stuff, and he reaches
know.
in and it's just a pot of coffee. Like I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be fancy.
No.
It was gonna dispense it or something.
Nope. So yeah, they're gonna steal the 10,000 years of fresh air. They're gonna kidnap the princess and make the king give him the combo and all this other stuff. And everybody got that?
Yeah.
He like breaks down the whole plan. Like everybody has that moving forward. Okay, let's go.
And so now we're at the first intergalactic temple reformed of the Druids, and it has a little wedding announcement for Princess Vespa and Prince Valium.
Right. Tomorrow there will be bingo.
Bingo. And the bride and her father are getting ready for the wedding, and she has to have her droid, though.
Of course.
Dot,
her droid of honor.
Her droid of honor.
And I kind of feature this veil situation, and that dress ain't bad for the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's supposed to be the future,
I liked it. I thought
but
it was.
I kind of liked
Yeah,
I
it
kind
is
of like the
cute.
look. I kind of like the
It
look.
gave a little bit Sarah from Labyrinth at the ball.
a little bit.
the
Yeah.
poofy
I think that must be
For
it. That
sure.
must be what I'm responding to.
I think so. So they're headed down the aisle, but she does not want to do this.
No, but Prince Valium is the last prince in the galaxy,
Which
so
they
you
don't
have
get
to.
into, but I'm presuming she has rejected all
All
other
of them?
princes, or they've rejected her because she's
Right,
a
because
brat.
he can't be the only prince in the galaxy, right?
No, I'm sure there were
In
several.
all of. So yeah, it's got to be that kind of thing. So she takes off. The minister's commentating her
Yes,
running, and
as
she's
she's
running
off.
away.
Runaway bride,
So her and Dot take off in her little
Mercedes rocket or whatever.
at 2001.
Oh, is that what it said?
Oh,
King
wow.
Roland says
Yep.
later, like, if you can save the car, it's a 2001.
God, could you
His cousin
imagine?
got him a deal.
Yes, he's very nice.
Your cousin owns a dealership.
Totally owns a dealership.
So now we meet Captain Lone Star and Barf, and they're flying Winnebago, which
The Eagle
that's the
5.
only one that just looks like
I know.
another thing. Like
I do
everything
like
else
their
is a
I
spaceship.
Heart Uranus sticker.
Yes, he likes booties.
He's into butt stuff. And they're bumping Bon Jovi.
Barf's eating his dog
Barf
food out of his
Jovi.
bowl while Lone Star's napping at the wheel.
I thought it was Van Halen. It was giving a lot of Van Halen, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was Bon Jovi. I
looked
looked
it
it
up.
up.
And he wakes up because the phone's ringing.
Mm-hmm.
Barf. Barf. And if you didn't see that he was holding a bowl that said Barf right before
Right.
that, I thought that was the
He
joke.
was
But I'm
just
like, he's
like-
holding a bowl, though, that says his
Right.
name. But
Barf.
I thought he was just going to wake up and throw up all of himself. Barf.
So it's Vinny calling on the video phone.
Yeah, and
or
Vinny
whatever.
is like Pizza the Hutt's henchman or whatever.
Right. And I guess they were able to achieve that look without any prosthetics. Not Pizza the Hut.
The
Vinny,
robot. Yeah.
with just makeup.
Yeah, you could tell, but it was still good.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be like a Max Headroom
Okay.
type character.
That makes sense.
So yeah, he's calling for Pizza the Hut though.
Because they owe that. Well, he's like, oh yeah, we'll get you that 100,000 space bucks,
Books.
and he's like, oh no,
no, late fees and interest.
1 million.
Oh, he's so
Oh,
gross.
he's so gross, you guys. I don't remember being that grossed out as a kid,
Disgusting.
but watching it now, I almost couldn't look at the screen.
know,
when they
it's
showed
like
Pizza
a-
the Hut.
gross. His
It's like a-
mouth.
That
yeah,
tongue?
the mouth
Yeah.
and the tongue. It's like a wet version of the garbage heap from the Fraggle Rock.
Oh, and didn't you say the first guy got burned or something?
Yeah,
from
they
the
had
hot
different.
cheese?
Obviously, it's not Dom DeLuise under there,
Right.
but the first person they had underneath the suit, whose name I did not write down, and I'm sorry, got like badly burned by the fake melting cheese
Ugh.
and had to be replaced by another person that was like, oh yeah, step into this melting fucking costume.
Would
Not
you like
fun.
third degree burns?
Yes, on your face.
No, thank you. So yeah, they got to get the space bucks, or else Pizza is gonna send out for you.
So in the Mercedes, they're out there jamming to Berlin, and Dot's like, "Can we talk?
Yeah,
Can we talk?"
like she's basically trying to talk her into like, why can't you just marry him for your dad? Like,
Right. Well, she's trying to talk to her, and she's got the Leia Bun headphones, which I
Yeah.
also feature.
totally.
I would love to have headphones. You know what? I'm gonna get fake hair
and bank
and
your own.
wrap it around these headphones.
There you go.
And when my husband borrows them, it's gonna be like,
You got to wear the Leia buns.
you gotta wear the Leia buns. It's cute. Come on, babe.
And so now we're at Spaceball City, which just looks like, it doesn't even look like a city. It just looks like
No.
a spaceship port or something.
Well,
you know
it
what I
kind of
mean?
is it not? Is
I
he
guess,
not on?
yeah.
Isn't that the joke that's coming up pretty soon?
And President Scroob is sipping his canned air, his
Right.
Perrier.
He's playing down the air shortage on
But
the
while
planet
he's
to the
secretly
press.
storing, and now if they can get canned air,
I know. Well, they can't get enough canned air.
you're going
and
to
it's a
kill an
luxury.
entire planet of people.
Well, so is King Roland over his daughter's fucking nose.
That's right.
So,
I'm gonna let everybody.
Y'all
die
ever seen
so she can
Spaceballs?
Keep her nose.
well, one person hasn't. I just spoiled it for them. Well, you know
Ruined
what?
it. So Central Control notifies Scroob that Vespa is about to be captured.
Yes, they're in their sights.
Do you want Snotty to beam you down, sir?
Oh, I don't know about that beaming shit. I don't either.
No, yeah.
I just think of the fly, and it's just not.
Oh. Get a
And then
fly
this
in that
shit,
beam.
what happens? Because once he gets beamed down,
He's got his-
head is on backwards.
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody tell me my ass was so big?
And so they want to beam him back to fix it.
He's like, no.
Yeah, well, they beam him back to fix it, and then once he's fixed, he's like, "No, I'll just walk." And
Right.
it's literally
it's like
the next
in
room.
the next room. Yes, of course.
There was no reason to beam him at all.
Of course not. That's
So-
what's silly.
So he orders Vespa taken alive, and they start shooting like,
Right, like send one across her nose, not up it.
yeah, they're like
He's like,
blasting everywhere.
Who made that guy a gunner?
The cross-eyed guy.
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
He's-
and he's also cross-eyed. He's like, who's this guy? He's an asshole, sir. I know that. But who is he?
No, his name is Asshole.
Major
Sir.
asshole. And that's his cousin. First class asshole.
We got any more assholes on this ship?
Yo.
Everybody raises their hand.
I'm surrounded by assholes. That's like my first favorite joke.
Keep
of the-
firing, assholes. So King Roland calls Lone Star to save his daughter.
And he's like, Spaceballs, too dangerous.
I'm
And
not doing that.
besides, I'm on like his kill list.
Yeah, I'm already on his shit list. And we don't know why, because later it says that they've never met. Like when they meet in person,
Who
it
knows?
was like their first meeting.
Who knows? So he's like, well, I'll give you anything. He's like, well, 1 million space bucks.
And he kind of winces like, oh.
Oh, fine. And if you can, save the car.
So the Vespa's being pulled in by a tractor beam, and Lone Star just happens to be in the neighborhood.
right
is
there?
space vast? Like, what are the chances he was just
Not in Spaceballs
cruising
town.
in
Nicole.
Spaceballs
Not
territory?
in Spaceballs town.
You should be staying out of there.
Right?
And
As it's like closing in or whatever. And he's like, just think of it as like, we're not doing this just for money.
we're doing it for a
Shitload of money.
All right.
All right. So we they'll see us.
They
He's
don't
like,
get to
no,
keep
not
it.
not if we jam the radar.
Yes.
This is my second favorite
The
joke.
fucking
I love this
jar
part so
of
much.
jam.
It's a
love it.
literal jar of jam.
Like, it's not even just like they flung jam. The
no,
fact
no,
that
no.
it's in
It's
the
a
glass
jar of jam that says jam right on the outside, so you know.
And then-
it crashes into their satellite, and then Michael Winslow. I lost the
the
creeps.
radar too.
I lost the sweeps. I lost the
creeps.
beeps.
And
The
lots of
what?
creeps.
Yeah.
It's like, the beats.
Yeah.
The sweeps were.
Sweeps and the creeps.
And then like literal jam drips down the radar screen.
Raspberry.
Only one man would dare give me the raspberry.
Lone Star.
So yeah, they clearly have beef, but you don't ever
course.
find out what's the history here.
And I guess there was the thing that they cut out of there that he was like, oh, it's because he's allergic to raspberries. But I prefer just to think like he gave him a
Yeah, that's the way I always took it. Give him the
Exactly.
raspberry.
dare.
So Barf goes down a ladder.
With like no suit.
I know they can just breathe out and
Because it
Open
looks
space?
like the princess
Yeah.
goes right up, shimmies right up that ladder too.
Nobody needs air.
I guess not.
Some wog.
Yeah, he goes down and introduces himself. He's a Mog.
Half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend.
So she goes with him, but she has to take her matched luggage.
Duh, she's predictably a brat.
And Lone Star's like, he doesn't see her at first,
No.
but he sees that he's
He
carrying all
hears
this
her
shit and like
carrying
whatever's
on.
happening.
He's like, this is my dream boat, sweetheart. Sweetheart.
And the first stop, we're dumping that luggage.
Right.
And she's like, I demand you clean it. That
Right,
place
it's
is
filthy.
gross.
Well, I mean,
you know it
a-
smells crazy in there.
between a Mog and a Bachelor. Crazy.
Super crazy.
They don't even smell it. They're just like
No,
nose blind to
for
the
sure,
whole
for
situation.
sure.
Well, maybe they have one of those like suck toilets, like because it's a Winnebago,
Right.
or do they have to like empty their?
They have to go hook up to
Space.
fucking septic or something before they can shit.
Space
They just
septic.
jettison it out into space. That's what they should have done to the Spaceballs ship. Just shot their septic tank across the
There you
windshield.
go.
And they couldn't see nothing. That's what they should have jammed it with.
Yes.
I'm gonna poop up their radar. Like, what do you
Poop up
call
their
it?
radar.
It doesn't sound as funny.
I'm gonna put a stop to this. I know the raspberry's funnier.
And Lone Star's like, that's all we need, a Druish princess. Oh, that's funny.
She doesn't look Jewish.
And that is the moment where I got deja vu and I had to stop writing because when I wrote that down, I thought, oh no, have we done Spaceballs? Because I feel like I've written these words down before and there is absolutely no other
No,
reason
yeah.
that I would have written down
Other
the
than-
Druish princess part. But no, we have not already done this.
No, well that's good. Because we be forgetting shit.
We do.
Yeah,
We do.
a lot.
So the Spaceballs pull in her vehicle thinking she's still inside.
Right. He's gonna
So-
handle this personally.
Yes. And he's like, oh my God, he's all
I know.
announcing the whole plan or whatever.
There's
and what
like
they're
nobody.
gonna do.
There's nobody in here.
Nobody in here. What happened?
And now they see the Winnebago. He's like, oh, Lone Star. Like, here comes the bad year blimp. Oh, they go after them or whatever.
Yeah, and he wants to go. They got to go ludicrous speed.
Right. He was like, what? We've never done that. What's the matter,
Colonel Sanders.
Chicken? I love that. And he was like, well, we have to go from like ridiculous speed to ludicrous speed. And he's like, we've never gone that fast.
He's like, so he suggests he buckle up, and he of course
He's like,
does
no,
not.
I don't need to. It's fine. Just
And
go.
this whole sequence, my brains are going into my feet.
They've gone plaid.
They pass him up. Yep, they go plaid. They go blow right past Lone Star.
Right. And then they have to like emergency stop, but never use. We
Right,
have this
it
big
says right on
red
it.
button. Never use it.
Never.
And
So
he, of
he
course,
pushes
goes
the button.
flying.
You're right, sir.
Smashes through a fucking electrical panel with his
Oh.
big old helmet.
Yeah, okay. It's probably a good thing you had on that helmet. Yeah, why don't we take a 5-minute break? Smoke them if you got them. And then
Just falls to the ground. His freaking the big old dented helmet.
I know.
And his broken glasses. So fucking funny.
Oh, Rick. Oh, Rick.
So now Vespa and Lone Star, they're out of harm's way. So they're about
Right.
ready to go confront each other about you're an asshole, you're a fucking
You're a brat.
princess,
Everyone's
whatever.
pissed.
And they're both trying, like Barf's trying to tell Lone Star and Dot's trying to tell her, like, but you haven't seen them yet.
Right, like you don't know
Like,
yet.
oh, no, I know.
what they look like, and they meet.
And they're
Oh,
both kind of thrown off by the hotness.
hello now. So he's like, but she's still acting a fool
Yes.
or whatever, and they end up. They run out of gas. Is this where they run out of gas? This is when they crash.
Well, Barf's
land?
like, we
Yeah,
need
'cause
to
they're in the
go.
desert.
Right. Oh, he reminds them that the Spaceballs are coming, so we need to go.
Yeah.
But she insists. Oh no!
Oh dear.
What did I fucking? I went straight to the fucking blow dryer thing. What did I fucking?
Uh-oh.
They overshot
Well,
us
it's
by a
it's
week and a
almost
half.
because
they're
cut to
out
them
of
dragging
gas.
all her luggage through this. Yeah, they run out of gas.
Fucking, so Barf is Catholic.
Why? What is
I
it?
don't know. He does like the little Lord's Prayer or whatever.
Oh.
Like, and that's kind of funny. Like, what is he, Catholic? But he's a Morg.
He's a
He can't be Catholic if he's a Morg.
Maybe he likes cats.
So yes, anyhow, they crash land in the desert. That's it. Everybody's pissed. This is where they confront each other. Then Barf reminds them that they're coming. So
Right.
off they go into the desert.
And take only
with
what you
all of
need. And it's all the match luggage.
everything. 1, 2, 3, all of it.
All of it.
So they're upset about this. He's like, what is even fucking in here?
And they stop and it's the world's like who is even holding this hairdryer for her?
Her hair is not that big.
No.
I know. She's not using
She's
that
not
herself.
holding that.
You'd have to prop. And why did they still continue to take the trunk?
That part, I guess that was part of the joke too. Was like they're so dumb they took the fucking heavy thing out and still kept
It's
carrying
like, oh,
this empty
it's
trunk.
much lighter now.
Yeah, because yes, they still continued to carry all of her shit.
So now, back up on Spaceballs 1, Dark Helmet needs to know what to do. So he's like, get me Spaceballs the movie.
And Dark Helmet's
Like,
like, wait,
we're still making the movie. We're in
How
the
can
middle
we-
of making it. How could we have the video? And they open the little panel and it's all Mel Brooks movies.
They've got all of them in there.
VHS tapes, by the way, still in space.
Oh,
And they pop there it is, Spaceballs.
Movies come out now before they're finished, sir.
Right.
So they fast forward and it stops at the part where it's him flying
When
through
they
the
do
ship.
this. So we'll go through this
Never
one. We don't need
show
to
this
watch this.
again.
Yeah.
Never again. And then they stop at exactly where they are now.
What is this?
It's now, sir.
What? But when?
When did this happen? It's happening now,
Right?
sir.
But what is then? It just happened.
Where's then? It just
Oh,
happened.
this
We'll
who's
go back
on
to
first.
then.
We can't. It's gone.
Then when will it be now? Soon. But they end up finding them on the moon of Vega.
Right.
So they back to Lone Star. Oh, they're at the little
they're there at the
campfire.
campfire, and both Dot and Barf are sleeping. I guess Dot is in sleep mode.
Yeah.
And Vespa and Lone Star are sitting there chatting, looking at the stars. He gives her his jacket, and she's like, "Ooh."
She smells it and is like
Thank you.
And he's like, "Cold never bothers me." And he's like, "Oh."
freezing.
And she's like, "Oh, I don't even know where my planet is. Where's Druidia?" And he's like, "Oh, it's that big blue one up there." Mm-hmm. Where's yours? I don't know.
And he shows her his little medallion that
His
has
funky, fresh medallion.
that has a language he can't read, and he tells her his little backstory.
Right.
That
Nobody knows what it means.
he was dropped off at a monastery. Well, didn't the monks tell you anything?
Took a vow of silence.
Like, really? They couldn't write it down? They couldn't write it down, sir.
There's no pen and paper.
No.
None.
Nope.
None. They do not communicate.
And she's like, oh, now she's kind of intrigued. Like,
Right.
he's got this whole
Like,
mysterious
ooh.
backstory.
He's like, "Well, why'd you run away from your wedding?"
Oh, well, I wasn't in love with him.
But love
see
is
his
one
hair?
luxury a princess can't afford.
So, yeah, it's not important. Nah, never was. I don't
Never
know why the way he
was.
says that always makes me laugh.
Right.
So they're talking about how love's not important as they get closer and closer and closer.
Right. And then the virgin alarm goes off.
Wah, 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 wah. It's programmed to go off before you do. She didn't even get a kiss.
I know, but like, what'd you touch? What happened? How far'd you get?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I freaking wish.
So now he's like, "Well, I guess we should probably leave anyway before that blazing sun is above us." And
Yes.
It dissolves into a blazing sun. Nice dissolve.
Yeah.
And they have no water. Like, did they
Nope.
not think when they left the spaceship to
No
take
water,
any-
no oil.
No.
No nothing.
And they end up carrying the girls. Like, really, the robot needed carried.
Right? She had no oil. Her gears were
Couldn't
getting
you just
ground up.
drag
She got
her or
sand
something?
in her gears.
Sand in the gears.
So they're collapsed.
Yeah, they
out
collapse
there.
out in the sand.
And now Dark Helmet has a whole new desert look as they're out there on the search in their speeder.
Well, first you see the little people that come for them.
oh, right. The
give them-
dinks. And this,
Oh, they always creep
the
me out.
whistle, thanks to Halloween Town, makes us those things.
Yeah.
Reminded or let us learn that that's from Bridge on the River Kwai. It is not
Oh.
from Hogan's Heroes. It is
That's
used in all
right.
kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But nobody would have known that because I wasn't going to go fucking look it up.
That's right.
Educated us. So thank you for
The
that.
Breakfast
Thank
Club
you.
whistle?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a
The in the
military
army
thing
now
that-
whistle.
Yeah.
The one that we just did. What the fuck did we just do? Was it Short Circuit?
Yes.
Yeah.
That had
the
that
whistle.
one too. So yes, that's all
Okay.
from there. It had a
to
name
know.
and I didn't write
Thank
down
you,
the
Halloween
title.
Town.
Thank you
Yes.
for that. Because I would have said like Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, somebody sent a message about that too, but I don't think they left a voicemail. I'm gonna have to go through my things.
They're
and
like, you
You're too
ignorant
late."
sluts.
doom you ignorant sluts.
Doom you ignorant. We need a sticker that says that now.
So yeah, they come and find them in the sand. They give them water, and
Yes.
then now we see the Spaceballs. Yes, in his new
Right.
desert fit,
With the eye hole.
his like
I
safari
love the
hat
eye
with the
holes.
eye holes. It's giving
Girl, I want it so much. Super Mario.
oh
Like,
maybe
a
yeah.
little bit, yeah. But something else.
There's something else that damn it. What else?
Is it
had the
bananas
big
in
hat?
pajamas?
Oh shit, I don't know. I didn't watch that one.
Bananas in
In
pajamas.
pajamas.
Your kid did.
Dancing every
Really?
Or no, did he?
I don't
Am
think. I don't
confusing
remember that one.
Maybe I just did. I'd get high in the mornings and watch pajamas in pajamas.
pajamas and pajamas.
And I wrote, now he's beige helmet.
Little pajamas.
Yeah.
You can't be dark helmet in that
He's
light
wearing
tan.
shorts.
Yes, in his little safari getup.
And he was like, you might want to sit down. And of course he don't. And they take
Yep.
off and he fall.
So the little people, the dinks, you said,
yeah.
take them back to their cave, and it's like total Wizard of
It's like
Oz
Wizard
moment.
of Oz. Even their characters, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and Dorothy.
Exactly. It was like, did they choose which characters they were going to parody also based off of we got to match up to just this one scene that's
well,
like
I mean,
the Wizard of
also
Oz?
there was C-3PO and Chewie and
Right.
whatever. Like, I guess, I don't know, Han or
I guess he's
Luke were
Han
kinda
and Luke
dumb.
together.
Yeah, I think that's what it said.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Okay. A mashup.
and they're not siblings, so it's fine.
Right. It's fine. They're not really. Don't find out when they find out he was adopted that, oh, by the way, I'm
right.
your
That would
brother.
have been. That would have been funny.
There should have been something like that in there, though.
He opens up the fortune cookie. Surprise!
She's
the
your
way.
sister.
It's a good thing for that virgin alarm.
Oh. So they go into this spooky cave. They walk down like they're going to the big Wizard of Oz head. but
Right,
It's a
and
big
it's
yogurt statue.
Big old statue, and it lights. The eyes light up, and smoke comes out of his ears.
And when they start mentioning like, oh, it's yogurt, whatever, he comes out the little door. He's like, oh, you heard of me?
You heard of me? Yes, we've heard of yogurt.
Yeah, right. I'm just plain old yogurt.
Yeah,
Yes.
And so they
actually.
ask about the Schwartz
right.
and what he does there. And he's like, merchandising.
Merchandising. Walk this way.
I would have loved to have any of these things.
Oh, I
Any-
know.
this
That's where the
lunchbox.
real money is made.
Exactly. I feel like maybe look that up. Well, we're going to take a break in just a second. Find out if there was some sort of clause. I feel like I read a long time ago
I mean,
that
it would
he had
make
some
sense.
deal that I'm going to let you use all my stuff. I'm going to let you make fun of my intellectual property, but you can't
Like,
make
you
millions
can't
of
make-
dollars off
right.
of very similarly themed
Just me.
merchandise that looks like Star Wars things.
Right.
Because it would have been very hard to make it not.
He has the little doll. He's like, this is
I
my
know.
favorite.
I love
the little
doll.
yogurt doll. So yeah,
So back
yeah.
up
No,
on-
actually now, is the
actually
perfect
now,
time
so yeah,
'cause-
before we go back up there.
yeah, because I think I'm about halfway through. Let's see
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I think so.
You never know what we'll get up to.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
Take a
Let's
5-minute
do it.
break. Smoke them if you got them.
We'll be right back.
What's up, VHS heads? I'm Matt. Join me and my two broskies, Chris and Dave, on our movie comparison podcast, The VHS Abyss, putting two movies from the golden age of cinema against each other. Whether it's a teenage soldier head-to-head, like Red Dawn versus Toy Soldiers, or simply picking two from a back catalogue of icons of the VHS era, like Roddy Piper or Jamie Lee Curtis. Whatever link we can find between two films, we've got you covered. With facts, gaffes and plenty of laughs along the way, join us on all podcast platforms to discover who will be crowned champion of the episode. We are the VHS Abyss. Whether it's a hit or a miss, we love to reminisce.
And we're back.
We are back with information.
Let us know.
Okay, you guys. Lucas, he signed a fair use agreement allowing Brooks to spoof Star Wars characters as long as Brooks agreed that he wouldn't compete in a merchandising marketplace. So no
yeah,
merch for you
no
guys.
merch for Spaceballs.
Well,
Actually, there's a guy we follow on Instagram that follows us. I think it's Retro Custom Art with like underscores in between. He makes the canned air.
oh,
He makes the comb. He makes
Lovely.
a
Does he make
Pizza
the
the
pic?
Hut. Yeah, the pic. He makes a Pizza the Hut,
oh,
like a
wow.
doll of it.
Is
and
it
I
wet?
feel like there's, I don't know, it looks wet, but I don't
is
think
it
it's
wet,
actually
though?
wet.
It's
Wet.
glazed.
But yeah, I think it's retro_custom_ art on Instagram. And he makes
cool.
all kinds of Spaceball stuff,
check it out.
unofficial.
Well, merchandising is where the real money is.
Yeah. So now back to President Scroob.
And what is he doing under there with the not double mint twins?
Right.
Under his Spaceball sheet.
Spaceballs, the sheet.
I love they have the. I saw later on like Spaceballs, the placemat. They have all
They
kinds
have
of.
all kinds of stuff sprinkled throughout.
It's funny. So now the commanderette comes up, pops up on his screen.
And it's like, oh, they lost Vespa.
Right, they're out there in the desert. And he's like, "Well, comb the desert."
Cut to them with giant
Literally
combs.
combing the desert. And he's like, "Sir, are we being too literal?" No, we're following instructions. He told us to comb the desert, so we're combing the desert. So they're out there. Did you find anything? No, sir. Did you find anything? No, sir. Cut to the guys with the pick, and it's like, did you find anything? We ain't found shit.
Oh my God. So now back to Yogurt is trying to read the medallion.
He's like, oh, I know what it is, but I can't tell you right now.
It will be revealed in the proper time.
Right. So now we got to do some Schwartz training.
Schwartz training. So yeah, and theirs are just on a ring instead of being like a lightsaber.
Right.
So they have like laser battle training.
So he like lifts the statue with his ring, and Barf comes in and he lands it on his foot.
Yeah, drops it right on his foot, and when Yogurt lifts it and pulls it out,
Oopsie daisy, oopsie daisy.
that flat fucking giant foot.
Oh, I love it.
Hilarious. It was like a cartoon.
Looney
Fucking loved it.
Tunes. I love it. So now, while they're out there in the desert, Dark Helmet feels the presence of the Schwartz.
Yeah, they fucked up by using the Schwartz when he was around.
Right. So he finds the secret entrance. He's like, "Oh, I hate yogurt, even with strawberries." And he's like, "Well, actually, you know what? Like, you have the Schwartz too." And he's like, "No, there's like two sides to every Schwartz. Like, he got the upside, I got the downside." Anyway,
And his isn't called anything different. He never. It's also
No.
the Schwartz, even
Yeah.
though he says no. But it is. It's just the dark
it's just
side
the
of the
other
Schwartz.
side of the Schwartz, which I guess is the same thing in.
Right,
other-
dark side of the Force, light
Right.
side of the Force. Yeah.
You want to get sued?
Shh. Can't say it. So yeah,
He's like, "We can't go in there," and he's like, "No,
but I can make her come
she'll
out.
come out to us." So while Vespa's sleeping down there,
He calls to her in her father's voice.
oh shit, and he gets her to come out, and Dot wakes up and follows her, and she's like, "No, don't," but it's too late.
Fooled you.
He says that. I can't believe. Well, later on, he's like, "Can't believe you fell for it." Oh my god.
He has an accent that comes and goes.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes he just sounds like Rick Moranis, and
I know.
sometimes he's got this unidentifiable
It's like
accent.
the voice that he uses when the helmet shield is down. but,
Right,
like
is
he
different.
forgets the helmet shield is up when he uses it.
It starts doing the accent. So yeah,
So
he's
they
getting
take
them
off.
loaded up, and Lone Star and Barf get out there just in time to see who took them. So at least
Right.
they know where to go find them.
So now they take gas back to the Winnebago. Thanks for the gas, Yogurt.
And the fortune cookie, he gives them a fortune cookie.
Right. And he was like, "Well, open it before you eat it."
Because, you know, people generally
Right.
just eat the fortune
He
inside
doesn't
your
know.
cookie.
He doesn't know. He's like, "Well, I see you again. And God willing, Spaceballs 2, the search for more money."
And now, is that coming? Because I've seen rumors, but people love making
know.
fake movie news. I don't
That's
know
true.
why it's a thing.
It's just a thing to do.
But
But,
I've
I have
seen-
heard the same, that they're supposed to do
Spaceballs
another
too. It
Spaceballs.
better be called The Search for More Money.
Well, it has to be,
Right?
right?
You can't call it anything else.
It has to
you
be
named
right.
it already in this
I
one.
mean, bless him. Mr. Brooks is getting up there.
yeah. You
Yeah.
got to
We
do it
probably
quick.
should. We got to form a protective
Protective
circle.
circle.
Get the
As
salt.
of June 2024, a Spaceball sequel is in the works, and it is called Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money.
Yes! That's what we like to hear.
Yes.
So hopefully that happens.
Yes, indeed. I will be there.
So he gives him the ring and tells him, "May the Schwartz be with you."
Yes. So now we up back on Spaceballs 1. Dark Helmet's playing with his little action figures.
Oh, he's role playing with his dollies.
and
And where did he get dolls of fucking Lone Star and Barf?
Merchandising.
Exactly, he bought them from the
Merchandise.
Spaceballs store.
merchandising. Oh, your helmet is so big.
Jewish princesses are often attracted to money and power, of which I have both.
Which I have both. And Colonel Sanders busts in. He's like, knock
next time. Did you see anything? No, I
No.
didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir.
Again, sir. Oh. So now they go up there to call
Scroob's in the
no.
toilet with the
That's
Spaceballs
right.
branded toilet paper.
Spaceballs, the toilet paper.
And why is there a big video screen in the bathroom?
I told you never to call me on
facing
this
the
wall.
urinals. Like the placement of it, there was no way she was not going to see his dick, but she
sees
she
it and
likes
it's
what
like,
she sees.
okay.
Based on that face.
Okay.
She didn't look like, ugh, and she didn't look like,
No, she
ha,
was
ha, ha.
into
She
it.
was like,
you
hey.
got some floppy balls, and I'm into that.
I love it. I love your old floppy balls, President Scrooge. Your space balls.
She
She saw his space balls.
She saw his space balls, and she liked it.
So now King Roland's on the video chat.
Right.
And talking about giving her old nose back.
Right,
So
they
they've got
have his daughter, and what they're gonna do is we've got the plastic surgeon here, and he's like, "So what?
She's already had a nose job for
That was
16th
her
birthday.
16th birthday." He's like, "No, we're gonna put her old nose back on there."
And it's like
that-
straight up a witch nose. Like,
Guys,
"Oh,
I have
terrible."
a fact.
Uh-oh.
The scene with the dolls. Rick Moranis just improvised that.
oh, really?
On the scene.
That little
That
scene?
wasn't in the script.
Amazing.
They just gave him dolls
Yep.
and let him loose.
They
Huh?
surely did. Mel Brooks gave him some dolls and said, "Here you go."
Here you go,
There
play
you go.
with these.
And he did. And it
he
was
did.
hilarious.
And it was funny.
So yeah, she's like, no, don't give him the codes. Don't give him the codes. It's not
Right.
worth, she'll take the old nose back because she just have surgery again.
I know,
Whatever.
like you could just have another nose job.
And I don't know that they could really add. They
I
would
know,
have
what
to
were they
add
gonna
bone
do?
and tissue
like,
to her
glue a prosthetic
know.
on her head.
permanently.
And like right then and there with those two big old like Joker saw
Oh yeah,
surgical tools.
that was gonna work.
I
to
wonder
somehow.
if those were they.
Oh, I don't know.
Those things have popped up before in other places.
But she passes out when they go to like pick up the blade or whatever.
Right.
And so her dumbass dad's like, "Fine,
No,
I'll give you the
I'll
codes."
give you the code. Are you ready?
One.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, and what does he say? He's like,
He's like, that sounds like the kind of code an idiot would have on their luggage.
and then Scrooge's like, "Oh,
Change
these are
my
the
luggage
same code as
password."
my luggage. Change the password."
What an idiot.
So Spaceball City straight ahead, no parking. Barf flips him off. They go whatever. They bust through
Right.
and beat up these two guards. And that one guard is what's his name from the Burbs, right?
Oh, yes, he is. He was in there uncredited. Rick DeCamamum.
Yes, DeCamamum.
Yes,
That one.
DeCamamum. Yes, it is him indeed.
And it just so happens they had a fat guard and a skinny guard because
Right.
Barf needs a bigger costume.
Complete with tail hole.
I know. Did
Yes.
he had to tear out his own tail hole? I'm sure.
He can't control it, baby. He can't control it, baby.
It's all over the place.
So yeah, they like sneak in there. They find the gals in the royal prisoners
And that's when
only.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows the sorrow.
Oh, yeah, but Jesus.
There, you got to do both verses. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. But I don't remember why, but I just thought it was so
It's
funny
just
as a
funny.
kid to do that. And I don't even remember if there was like a particular
Because
reason.
from cartoons, they did it in cartoons all the fucking time.
It was just so funny.
Yeah. And rub your cup along the bars.
Right?
Bring, bring, bring.
So they go in to rescue him, and she's all,
Right.
she's all excited to see him when she realizes it's
Right.
them.
And then they run into the guys whose uniforms they took, and now it's a
Right.
laser gunfight.
Pew, pew, pew. And I love that Dot's just on wheels, just holding
Right,
his
that she's-
tail through the halls. It's
got
really the most
Heelys.
efficient way.
She's got Heelys.
She
moves
totally
like
does.
a nun.
Dot Matrix Heelys.
Dot Matrix
I'd buy 'em.
Heelys.
They should make the sound of the printer as she skates along.
You gotta use both sides of the paper when you tear it off.
We were just watching a thing with a Dot Matrix
No matter
printer
what
on
you
Columbo.
That's how Columbo helped solve the case.
So yeah, so they get trapped and Ned Ryerson is there.
That's right.
Ryerson.
He wants to
is
sell him some
Ryerson.
insurance.
Wow. Stepped in a puddle and everything. No.
Wow.
And so they think they caught him, but it's their
Right,
stunt
they jumped
people.
through right in the nick. But
Yeah.
no, you caught their stunt people and Vespa's over there like a cigar chomping.
With a freaking
It
Hitler
looked-
mustache.
It looked like Popeye in a wig.
It was, a manly man.
Yes, a rugged
rugged man.
Rugged man with a tattoo, I feel like. There was a tattoo.
Yeah, I
in
think
there.
so. I believe so. So yeah, the Winnebago lock gets fused because somebody shoots a laser at the lock and they can't
Right.
get in.
And the keys are inside.
And he wants to give her the gun, and at first she's like, I
don't want to
I'm
do
not
this.
Gonna
But
shoot anybody.
they shot her hair.
And she goes
Rambo.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, not bad for a girl.
Not bad for Rambo.
Exactly.
So now Scroob is running to the bridge. It's like a
The ship is too big.
Yeah, it is. It is too
This
big.
movie would be too long.
So Planet Druidia is in sight, and they go to steal the air, and like
Lone Star, yeah, they've pulled up. They see it happening. They're like, how are they going to get the air?
right, what's gonna happen there? And it starts to transform. It's not just a ship; it's a
Transformer
transformer.
into
Mega Maid.
And this again, so dumb, but I
Commence
loved
that
that,
Mega Maid.
that it had a vacuum that sucked up.
I
the
wonder
air. It
if
was
this was
hilarious.
like later used for. Remember American Maid from The Tick?
Oh,
Wasn't that for? It was
Oh,
either
wow.
I believe
I
it
don't
was the
know.
animated one that had the American Maid, and she had like.
Oh,
I
wow,
feel like
I
she had a
don't
big
remember that.
vacuum, and she had the Liberty.
yeah, because it's like the
Whatever.
Statue of Liberty
Right,
kind of
like
with a
when
vacuum.
right, but when they come out when the escape pods are needed, but not.
Oh, I don't know
necessarily
if I
at
remember
first.
that one.
But yeah, it reminds me of American Maid.
Okay. Commence operation vacuum suck. And then suck because I'm watching this on Tubi and there's a commercial break right after he says vacuum suck
Yeah.
and it's a Breathe Right commercial.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, oh, it's all about they're running out of air, and then
That's
it gave me
funny.
a Breathe Right commercial.
That's funny. Clever marketing.
So, yeah,
Someone's got to do the marketing.
The vacuum turns on, suck, 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 and I loved all the trees getting sucked
I
up
know.
and the
Like
snow
all the
and
shit
Yes.
coming
Yeah.
off of the thing. And Roland really sacrificed his entire planet
and
for Vespa's
himself
nose.
just for her nose. They weren't
sure
even going to
did.
kill her.
No, they were just going to give her a big old nose.
That nose was terrible.
It
but
was a pretty witchy poo nose.
Imagine what her and Lone Star's kids are they going to get?
Right,
Mom's
like
nose?
the right.
They're also
'Cause
gonna
it's
get
like,
nose
oh,
jobs
where
for
did
their
those fucking noses come from? Oh, it's my original nose.
Is that why she couldn't get another prince?
Oh, before
Prince
she
Valium was asleep
16.
through all that. He didn't know.
She was 16 when she got it. She'd had it for a while.
But maybe because they start trying to marry him off that
that's
early.
true.
So when she
That's
was
true.
first going around, they were like, "Do you see that girl's nose?"
On the first round.
Well, when she went to like her, I'm sure she had
her
like
debutante-
a yes, her
coming out.
debutante
Standing around
ball.
the
Did she
portrait.
do the Texas dip?
I'm sure she waited till after that nose got fixed.
Oh
though.
yeah, before she came out.
Yeah.
She had her ugly duckling situation.
So yeah, they he uses can you use the Schwartz
Right. He
to
was
reverse
like, oh,
the vacuum?
yeah, probably. And I was like, oh, good thing there's like a reverse switch. I'm like, of course they need that dummy so they could put the air back on planet space.
Yeah, to spit it back out again. Because otherwise it'd be like, why would you even put a reverse
I know.
button?
Oh, but yeah, no, that totally makes sense. So, of course, he's able to do it. He switches the switch, and now she's gone from suck to blow. Do something.
Yeah, so they don't know what to do. And now Lone Star enters their ship while they're
Right.
all trying to figure out what
Flies
to
right
do.
into Mega Maid's ear with like this radar representation of the outline
Yes.
of the robot head. I
Amazing.
liked that. And they're like, there's got to be a self-destruct button in here. And now that I feel comfortable saying, why the fuck would you
Why
have one
would
of
you
those?
have that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why
That
would you
I'm not
have it?
sure. I don't really understand that in any
Your
sci-fi
air would just
vehicle.
go in
Why?
space.
Yeah.
Right? So Lone Star, they sets it down. He goes to hit that button. He climbs down and creeps around and he puts a little neck pinch.
The Vulcan neck pinch. Whitney's
Right.
like, what are you trying to do?
He was like, oh, no, you're doing it. It's too high. You
He
gotta do-
shows him where to do
like
it.
this? Yep.
Passes out. And then he uses his hand to get in the little handprint thing.
Right. Thanks again.
And he gets to the button, do not push unless you really, really mean it.
Because, yeah, why?
And then why was that other guard in the middle of shaving?
I don't know. Was there
Comes
like a
up all-
bathroom
It's a
in
good
there?
time for
I don't
it.
know. And
He's
he's
like, no one
shaving
ever comes
creams
in
him
here.
to death or something.
Yes.
I don't know.
Choke on it.
So he uses his key card to open the laser beams, but Dark Helmet is there.
Not so fast, Lone Star.
I'm your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
At last we meet for the first time, for the last time, since the last time.
He's like, well, what does that make us?
Nothing.
Like you're about to be.
And now they got these dick sabers.
Yes, pull out your Schwartz.
Right, which I guess had to be either green or yellow because they couldn't.
They
do
didn't
blue
do
or
those
red
colors
because-
in the
Right,
I see your Schwartz is
it's
as big as mine. Always a dick competition.
It's another great joke. So now they get their Schwartz. They're fighting, and they get their Schwartz all twisted.
Yes, he has to like get a leg up on him. Like
Right? Maybe if I put my foot up. So now, like he tries to. Ooh, a blessing.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Oh, she's gonna have to marry a leprechaun. Nope, not this time.
No, little boogie.
It's your little Schwartz.
Oh, you're Schwartz.
It's a nose goblin. Grab my goblin.
Excuse me.
She'll be right back.
So yeah, they end up like touching Schwartz tips.
And like he can't get his it like doesn't penetrate the helmet at all.
Of
for
course
some reason. I
not.
guess
So
it's made of I don't know what.
He took a big hit on that whatever when it crushed it. So I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's pretty.
They
it's made of
reinforced it.
titanium. So now, but he lifts his visor up to make a
laugh.
face, and he gets punched right in his face, right in the puss.
So he goes, "Oh, you're whatever. I'm not into fair fights,
Yeah,
but."
like put her there. Like it was, you did a good job.
And he
uh,
takes the ring, and like, how
Oh,
loose was this
shit.
ring?
I can't believe you fell for it. Oh my God.
The oldest trick in the book.
Evil always triumphs because good is dumb.
So he hears Yogurt. Lone Star hears Yogurt's voice in his
Use
head.
the Schwartz.
I can't. I lost the ring.
The ring is Bupkis.
So
it's
he-
in you.
All right, I'll try.
Right. So say goodbye to your two best friends, which he means by his balls.
And
'cause he's gonna
and I
do
guess
it.
that's why the guy had to be shaving, so that there was a reason there would be a
Oh, a
shaving
mirror?
mirror right there in
I
the other
suppose
room.
So. So he uses the Schwartz to grab the mirror, and he puts it in front of his dick and balls.
And deflects it right back at Dark Helmet's dick and balls.
Oh no!
And it
Presses the self-destruct button.
it's irreversible. Abandoned ship.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
So now, of
You have
course,
2 minutes.
it's a mad rush to escape, and apparently
They
the
have to
ship is full
evacuate
of
the
a circus.
Yes.
There's so many
Yes.
things you did not see in here. And like,
like-
I'm sorry, the president doesn't have his own special pod to get out of here.
Like
Like,
President Scroob, you get in where you fit in, bitch.
And that's when this we're the Spaceballs.
Yeah.
We start to get that through the whole. So the Winnebago is on its way out. Scroob can't find a pod. Helmet can't find a pod. Colonel Sanders can't find a pod
Right,
because they're
it's
full
those
of
three-
bears
well,
and bearded women.
That's what
and
Scroob tries to get in there with the bear, and like, of course, he jumps out, and the bear's like, "I'm out of here." So now they're like, "Well, I guess we got to press the cancellation button."
There's a cancellation button.
Where is it? It's out of order.
They got 10 seconds left.
10, 9,
And the Winnebago
8,
gets out in the nick.
6.
What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day. Thank you.
And then you can hear they're still in like the head as it
Right.
flies away. They got lucky.
The Winnebago exits right in the nick
Yes.
and flies away. And now they're like watching the news.
And it turns out Pizza the Hutt was found dead.
in his limo, he got locked in and he ate himself.
Oh, how, God, is it not painful? I guess maybe he didn't have like, I guess when you're made of pizza, you're made of pizza. You don't have nerves and stuff.
Pizza nerves.
Weird.
Does pizza
Cheese
scream
nerves.
when you eat it?
You'll never know. If you were a hot dog,
Oh,
would you
wow,
eat
that's
yourself?
upsetting.
I know I would.
I know I would.
So now they can keep the $1 million. They're going to return
Right,
Vespa
now they don't
home.
have to pay.
And so they get to get her home, and Prince Valium's still just fucking conked
Right,
out.
look who
Huh?
else missed you.
Oh, yeah. So he's just been there waiting.
Right? He
didn't go home.
napping. So yeah, and they take off.
Yeah,
and
they-
she's gonna get married, and they
Lone
end
Star
up
and
at
Barf go to a space diner. Yeah.
Jinx.
What
And
do you
that's
got
like-
on special? Or it's the space soup or the space special is
Right.
what's ready to go.
It's like, well, I'll have the soup and I'll have the special.
And that's when Barf's doing the upskirt with the tail for
hey,
the waitress
watch where
behind
you're
him.
sticking that thing.
It's got a mind of its own.
And at the end of the diner,
Is the
John Hurt is sitting over
yeah,
there.
like the crew of Alien is sitting at the end of
right,
the
and they're
table.
talking about and he starts to choke and choke and seize. I love this.
Oh my god. This part is so
love it.
amazing.
He's screaming, and an alien bursts out of his chest with its little metal teeth,
And it gets its
puts
little
a
hat
on
and its little cane.
hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Oh my god! And it does a little dance like the
does a little
fucking
kick. It's
WB
wearing
frog.
spats. Michigan J Frog.
Yes. Oh my god! And then he's like, "Oh, what did he have?
The special.
That's what I'm having. Look, make mine a soup." Like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't eat there at all after
No,
that.
I don't
No.
think so.
I would eat
So
some.
now the royal wedding take 2.
Yes. So it's Vespa's wedding day, and you find out that Lone Star, because she's like, "Oh, what a asshole!" Basically, like he took the money
Right.
and split, and
Yeah.
he's like, "No, he didn't take the money."
He took like $240 for gas and expenses and
Yeah.
food and whatever and bailed.
And so now Barf's hungry, so apparently they didn't stay for the soup. They must have left.
they left. He's like, "Well, I got this fortune cookie."
Yeah, here, go ahead and have this.
Right. So he opens it up and out come yogurt.
Oh, your medallion is a royal birth certificate.
You're a prince.
Hey, I'm a prince.
You could stop Vespa's wedding.
So yes, well, we got to get back. Oh, well, I left you a special can of gas.
Liquid Schwartz.
Oh, so
They're gonna make space tracks and they bust a bitch.
May the Schwartz be with you. So they haul ass back to Druidia.
Meanwhile,
and-
Scroob, Helmet, and Sanders are flying through space and crash land on a beach.
on the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, there's something coming out of their nose, like a couple of Planet of the Apes.
Dear
apes roll up.
me.
Oh, it's
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Oh, shit. There goes the planet. And that is not Michael York. I guess there was a
Oh,
rumor
no.
that Michael York had reprised.
But no, it was not.
But no, it sounded like him.
It did.
But it was not him. So now Vespa's interrupting her own wedding.
Yeah, don't you see? Lone Star loves me. He didn't
Right?
take the money.
And like the minister's still going and join you in the bonds of holy
Moly! And here comes a ship. And now, where did they stop to find
I
wedding
know.
duds?
Right?
And with what money?
Barf got his hair did.
Yeah.
I
They
know
were in a
with
big
what
hurry.
money. They couldn't even eat.
I know. They just had these outfits
Right? On deck just
for
in
when
case.
they have fancy
you know
occasions.
What? And I hate to bring it up again, but I love to bring it up again. Prince Lone Star, I guess now that
Oh,
he
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
His little wedding outfit reminded me of that time that Valky was supposed to get married.
When he was the arranged marriage.
Yes, when it was
Yeah.
the arranged marriage because he had them little cream boots on.
Oh, my
It was a
God.
very similar outfit.
Very similar. So yeah, they stop for outfits apparently. So
Yes.
he goes in and asks her to marry him, and she says yes.
Right.
And now the priest is like, "We're doing the short version."
Yeah, now it's the short. Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
There, you're married. Kiss her.
And then the goodbye virgin alarm.
Oh,
Dot's like,
no. So off they go in the Winnebago. May the Schwartz be with you.
and yeah, it's written in the stars. They have a little just married thing. They live happily ever after. Until the sequel. We'll
I
find
know.
out.
If that ever happens,
I
I would
know.
love it. I would love it if they did.
I really hope that's not just a
hope so.
rumor. So we have, how did Spaceballs do me? I mean, to love this kind of
I love a
Mel
parody.
Brooks humor, to
I
love
love
a
a
parody.
I think it's fun. I like to laugh.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess it do me to like it more than Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's more
definitely.
rewatchable for
It
me.
is definitely more rewatchable. I
Yeah.
enjoy it more. I enjoy it more every day.
All right. So we have one voicemail that's not just a girl at the Flamingo Las Vegas saying hi. That was creepy. So here's another one. Yeah. Oh, nope.
No, maybe.
This is Chris from the now defunct Spoil My Movie podcast. Don't look for us. We're gone. But I just wanted to call about the Short Circuit and Batteries Not Included episodes. I mean, I just finished Batteries Not Included, and that brought back such wonderful memories. I still have the DVD, and I used to watch that movie with my mother as a child, and it was wonderful to hear you guys handle it. I think you did a great job. And for Short Circuit, I wanted to tell you a little story about when Johnny Five came to my school.
Oh, what?
Holy shit. So one day I was in like first grade, I think, and maybe somebody in the school district had worked on the movie in special effects. That's my best guess. But for no reason that I ever knew, I walked out of my school in first grade and there was Johnny Five, like there were no wires that I could see or remember. And he was just standing there, and like he didn't move around, but his arms moved and his eyes and head swiveled and stuff, and he appeared to be interacting with people. So I don't know if there was a remote control handled by somebody that I didn't notice, but it was kind of amazing.
Yeah.
So nice job, and I'll keep listening. Later, Doomers.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
That's
I wish
awesome.
fucking Johnny Five came to
I
my
know.
school, dude. What a
That's
memory
kind
to
of
have.
Right?
Extra amazing.
Yeah, I can't think of if any.
No.
Did we ever get anything cool like that?
Nothing like that.
Man.
The best thing I ever got was that person in the really bad Ninja Turtle suit at the grocery store.
No, we just got those guys that used to like tear the phone books in
Oh,
half and
yes.
shit.
Oh, my God. The guys, the secret Christian group.
Yes, yes,
Because they didn't
yes.
make a big deal out of it because
No,
it was
no.
like public school. But that's what their
Yeah.
real gig was. And they would
Exactly.
go up there and like bend pipes.
Yep,
And
yep.
tear phone books in half. Absolutely, bitch. I
don't
remember
think
that
I
shit.
ever had one of those assemblies.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of meatheads in like those little thin tank top
Yes.
This
whatever.
is not ringing a bell.
And like
It was like
Zubas.
10 of them, and they would just do random shit. Like she said, bending pipes. You'd tear
Yeah.
a phone book.
They
in
would do
half,
feats of
like
strength.
pick up a
Weird.
rock.
Uh-huh.
Because
Like
Jesus
crazy
gave them
shit.
the power.
Yes, because Jesus gave them the
It was
power.
all
What
through
else?
Jesus, the
It
power,
was like
of
they were all
course.
reformed like crackheads or
Holy
some
Ghost.
shit. Like that's
Yeah.
what they'd tell you.
Wow.
Remember also, speaking of like as a complete aside, but do you also remember getting those flyers for like those church plays? Where it was like the homies against the devil?
Oh my God. Homies against the devil.
Oh my God. I've been
They
thought
would
about
have
those
them
in,
like
like
down
decades.
at they'd have them like down at St. Christopher's or whatever.
Yes.
You mean because homie don't play that?
Yes.
No.
Speaking
Homie,
of
don't play
which,
with the
Neju-
devil?
Pasa. I was all Nespa. No.
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 But yeah, next week is our 200th episode.
200th episode. It's a big one.
Yeah, and that should give you a little clue. So yeah, go to our Patreon, you guys. We just did another This Month in Doom. We've actually been consistently keeping up with watching some
We've been
new
doing
stuff.
our fucking
and
well, it's newish.
new to us.
Newish. Some
do
of the
it.
things we're just continuing to watch because it's still new.
Yeah.
But, you know,
So yeah,
there's
if you want to hear
conversation in
us
there.
talk about modern things and what we're
Yes.
up to in between watching these old movies every week, go to patreon.com/Doom Generation, and we'll have stickers of our new logo and
Yes.
koozies of our new logo.
Yes.
And if you join our Patreon at least the $4 tier, you can score that merchandise.
That's where the real money is.
That's where you guys.
Oh,
Come on.
shit.
What
I
is
should
gonna
have
get for
stopped
$4
during that
now?
part and said, by the way,
That's where the real money is. We learned
threadless.com/Doom Generation,
We learned something.
patreon.com/Doom Generation. Send us a message, a text message, or a voicemail, 702-720-DOOM. Follow us on Instagram, Doom Generation Pod, to see all of our photo edits. And until next week,
We'll talk at you next time. Later, Doomers.